Stop what you're doing and answer this honestly. Have you ever walked into your childhood bedroom and something felt wrong? Not obviously different, just off? Sarah from Denver sent me a message that literally gave me chills. She woke up Tuesday morning, reached for her favorite coffee mug, the red one she'd used every single day for 5 years, and it was blue. Not faded red, not reddish blue, bright blue. Her husband looked at her like she was crazy. "Honey, that mug has always been blue." The photos on her phone confirmed it, but Sarah's memory was crystal clear. Here's something I need you to know before we go further. If you've ever felt crazy, isolated, or like you're the only one experiencing reality differently, you're not alone. Drop a red or blue in the comments if you've ever had a memory that everyone else says is wrong. But more importantly, know that sharing your truth here is safe. Sometimes we carry these experiences alone for years, thinking we're broken. You're not. Here's what's wild. I've received over 200 messages like Sarah's in the past month alone. If you're ready to question everything you think you know about reality, smash that subscribe button. We're about to explore something that might change how you see your entire life. Today, we're covering 7 mind-bending signs that you may have shifted into a parallel reality. And here's the thing, most people experience at least 3 of these without realizing what's happening. Let's find out how many you recognize. Sign number 1, the memory wars. Raise your hand if you know Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s. Keep it up if you remember the Monopoly man having a monocle. Still up if Curious George had a tail. If your hand is still raised, welcome to the club. This isn't just bad memory, it's too specific, too shared, too emotionally charged. Dr. Fiona Broome discovered thousands of people shared these exact false memories and called it the Mandela effect. But here's the question that keeps me up at night. What if these memories aren't false at all? Marcus from Portland told me something incredible. He argued with his wife for 20 minutes about their first date. He insisted they went to an Italian restaurant. She had the receipt from the Mexican place, but Marcus could still taste the pasta, still smell the garlic bread. Quick healing moment. React with if you've had this kind of memory argument, or if you think it's just bad memory. But here's what I really want to know. Have you ever felt gaslit by your own reality? Have people made you question your sanity over things you know you experienced? That pain of not being believed is real, and it matters. Share that story if you're ready. Sometimes releasing it helps. Here's what quantum physicist Hugh Everett discovered. Every decision creates branching universes. Usually they stay separate, but consciousness might occasionally slip between branches. Keep count as we go. How many of these signs feel familiar to you? Sign number 2, déjà vu on steroids. We've all had déjà vu, but this is different. This is knowing exactly what your boss will say before they say it. This is watching reality follow a script you've already read. Jessica experienced this so intensely she started taking notes. During one episode, she wrote down, "Mom will call at 3:17 p.m. about Dad's doctor appointment. She'll mention Uncle Bob needs surgery. She'll hang up after exactly 4 minutes." Every single detail happened exactly as she'd written. Have you ever felt like you had a cheat sheet for reality? More importantly, have you ever felt scared to tell anyone about these experiences? That isolation, that fear of being judged as crazy? I see you. Drop your story below, even if your hands are shaking as you type. These experiences are sacred, and you deserve to be heard without judgment. Here's what's fascinating. Ancient mystics taught that time isn't linear. It's more like an ocean where past, present, and future exist simultaneously. Maybe intense déjà vu is your consciousness touching different shores of this ocean. Pause for a second and really think. Have you experienced this level of déjà vu? If yes, you're already at 2 out of 7. Sign number 3, your environment is gaslighting you. This one's subtle but powerful. Objects in wrong places, familiar spaces that feel shifted. Your childhood home's layout doesn't match your bone-deep memory. David visited his grandmother's house, the place where he'd spent every summer for 15 years. The kitchen felt completely wrong. Refrigerator on the opposite wall, window facing a different direction. His family insisted nothing had changed, but David knew better. Here's what hit me when David told me this. These shifts always involve mundane details. The color of bathroom tiles, which way a staircase turns, light switch positions, details your conscious mind ignores, but your body knows intimately. Mini reality check. Close your eyes right now and picture your childhood bedroom. Now think, have you ever returned to find it slightly off? If that gave you chills, you're feeling what I'm talking about. Here's what I want you to know. That feeling of something's wrong but I can't prove it can be devastating. It makes you question everything about yourself. Comment below with just one word describing how this makes you feel, but don't hold back the deeper emotions. Sometimes we need to name the fear, the confusion, the loneliness these experiences bring. Your feelings are valid. Current count check. Are you at 3 out of 7 yet? Sign number 4, people are acting weird. This one messes with your head the most. People you've known for years suddenly treat you completely differently. Shared memories no longer align. Someone acts like your best friend, but you've never met them before. Rachel's story still gives me goosebumps. At her high school reunion, her ex-boyfriend Tom approached her with warm familiarity. He referenced conversations they'd never had, places they'd never been together. According to Tom, they'd stayed friends, even worked together at a bookstore. Rachel had zero memory of any of this. But here's the kicker. Tom could describe their interactions in perfect detail. Conversations word for word, inside jokes, shared experiences that felt completely real to him. I need to pause here and acknowledge something heavy. Relationship shifts can be traumatic. When someone you love treats you like a stranger or acts like you shared experiences you don't remember, it can shatter your sense of reality and self-worth. Have you lost relationships because people thought you were making things up? Have you been hurt by someone not believing your truth? That pain deserves to be witnessed. Share it if it feels right. Healing happens when we stop carrying these burdens alone. This is where it gets really wild. These relationship shifts are never neutral. People become either much warmer or noticeably colder. Like you've slipped into a timeline where your history with them went differently. Halfway point check. Are you at 4 out of 7? Getting a little freaked out yet? Sign number 5, emotional whiplash. Picture this. You wake up and everything that worried you yesterday feels trivial. Your entire emotional landscape has shifted overnight. Colors seem different. Your life feels like you're watching someone else live it. This happened to Karen so dramatically she thought she was having a breakdown. She described it as being injected with liquid sunlight. Everything felt lighter but also strangely unreal, like she was performing in a play rather than living her actual life. Here's what's fascinating. This isn't depression or mania. It's like tuning into a different emotional frequency of your own existence. This is where I want to get really honest with you. These emotional shifts can be terrifying. Imagine waking up feeling like your entire life belongs to someone else. The depression, anxiety, and existential crisis this can trigger is real. Have you been through this? Have you felt lost in your own life? React with if you've experienced this kind of emotional displacement? Or just write "me too" if you need someone to know you understand this pain. The ancient Tibetan teachings talk about bardos, transitional states between different modes of being. Maybe these emotional shifts are micro-bardos, brief passages between parallel versions of our lives. Quick check. Are you keeping count? We're at sign 5 of 7. Sign 6. Dreams more real than reality. Your dreams become more vivid than waking life. Complete alternate realities with consistent histories, relationships, entire life stories. You wake up and this reality feels fake. Tom's experience blew my mind. He started having what he called super dreams. Extended stays in alternate versions of his life. Different career, different city, different wife. These weren't random dreams, but coherent experiences spanning months of dream time across multiple nights. The wild part, these dream realities felt more emotionally authentic than his waking life. Here's something that might bring tears to your eyes. Have you ever woken up from a dream feeling homesick for a life that doesn't exist? Have you grieved for dream relationships, dream achievements, dream versions of yourself? That grief is real. Those tears matter. Drop a moon if you've mourned for a reality that felt more true than this one. Sometimes we need to honor these losses. Ancient dream yoga practices teach that dream consciousness can access different layers of reality. What if these super dreams are actually visits to parallel timelines where other versions of you are living different lives? We're almost done. Are you at 6 out of 7? The last one is the most mind-bending. If this exploration opened your mind even a little bit, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with other consciousness explorers like yourself. This community is different. We don't gaslight. We don't dismiss. We don't make you feel crazy for experiencing consciousness beyond the normal range. Here, your most confusing experiences are treated as sacred. Your deepest fears about your sanity are met with understanding. Your weirdest reality shifts are celebrated as evidence of your expanded awareness. Subscribe to join our family of reality shifters. But more importantly, join a space where you can finally stop pretending to be normal, where you can share your truth without fear of judgment. Every Tuesday, we explore not just the mysteries of consciousness, but the human experience of living with expanded awareness in a world that doesn't understand it. This is your invitation to stop carrying these experiences alone. Drop your story, share your confusion, release your fear. Let us witness your journey. How many signs did you recognize? What's been eating at you for years? What do you need to finally say out loud? Your story could be the lifeline someone else needs. By sharing your truth, you give others permission to share theirs. Healing is contagious. I promise you, in this space, you are seen, heard, and honored for exactly who you are. The veil between worlds is thinner than most people realize. You've been given glimpses behind that veil for a reason. Trust your experience. Trust your consciousness. Trust that reality is far more mysterious and malleable than you've been taught. Until next Tuesday, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, you are more than you know. The adventure continues.